I've come into the art world a little later in life. I'm 67 now. I've been at this for 5-6 years. My dad was a concrete finisher. He worked in the construction trades. I learned carpentry skills through him. I was in the fire department. Look at that and say, an accomplished carpenter, an accomplished firefighter. But an artist is a whole different, that's a whole different ballgame. Life goes by so quickly, you don't take time, that old saying, you don't take time to smell the roses. And that was me. I just never had time for it. But now that you're a little older and you appreciate some of these things in life, especially the artistry that's out there, that exists. Getting into the artwork, I've met so many wonderful people, and just to be part of that community is actually it's a special thing. And man, I'm just happy to be here, happy to do it. Developing the process, cutting the copper and shaping it and getting the different angles that I've tried to get, it's all a learning process. There's no one out there doing it. When you look at an artist like Jackson Pollock, when you look at his paintings, there's a pattern there, it's in order. You look at a Van Gogh, they're wonderful, they're beautiful. And those two words I don't use in my vocabulary very often, but they're very befitting. You look at a Frank Lloyd Wright home or a building that's designed totally original, totally. And I'm not comparing myself to any of these people at all, but these are people that you want to strive to become like. When you can take an idea that's in your mind conceptually, and then you can transfer that and build that. Tables that I have come to, I think every one of them I've put together, I've got to a midway point. And I build them with wood first, and you can see it, and they're gonna work, but then when you start building in copper and you get halfway through, and you look at those pieces and you think, man, it's not gonna work. You get to the halfway point, well, you can't give up on that piece, you have to keep pushing forward. When people come through, I've done many art shows, and when they look at your artwork and it conveys to them exactly what I designed it to do, man, there's no feeling like it. You have vocalists that can sing, you have musicians that can play their instruments, you have people that work in oils and clays or draw. And I never envisioned myself as having any artistic ability, but then when that comes through and people recognize that, that's just something that you just want to keep pursuing. It's very exciting, very exciting. When somebody loves my artwork, that's just the stimulus to keep going and moving forward. The demands on people's attention nowadays, with all the devices, the cell phones, and if you can capture somebody's, just 4 or 5, 10 minutes, to me, that's achieving something. And then have people actually look at you like you're an actual artist. That's something that I never envisioned myself being considered as. Creating, getting the ideas, and then creating those, and then having people appreciate it, that's a wonderful thing. But, having your pieces live beyond you, I guess that is, I never really thought too much about that, but yeah, it is. That does mean something. I can't say as I ever feel like I'm arrived. I don't know if any artist has. You just want to keep going with it. Working in copper, it's a lot more challenging. It's very easy to get carried away and get almost too involved with the piece that you're working on, because you always want to do better and you always want to create something better. When you create a piece, man, that lives way beyond you. That could be wishful thinking, but who knows? We'll see. We'll give it a shot.